All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the controversial room. If you are seeing us for the first time, please hit the follow button, like, comment, and share. I'm your humble host, Prince Wave Onyedekachi, and right beside me here, I have my guest. I think they will be the one to introduce their name. So, both of them are on black anyway. So, introduce yourself, starting with my brother.
Good evening, my brother. Thank you very much. My name is Timothy Tochukwu. But if you call me Amatiama, I will dash you something.
Amatiama. So we can call you
Amatiama. You flow very well.
So what's the if you don't mind, what's the reason behind the name
Amatiama?
Because it's kind of unique.
Ama Tochukwu Ama. So I adopt my surname twice.
Okay. Amatiama.
Removing Timothy.
Timothy.
Amatiama. I guess I will be calling you Amatiama.
And I will be dashing you something.
Okay, my brother.
Okay, my name is Igwe Alo Jeremiah. I don't have a nickname, just Jerry. That's fine by me.
Okay, that's great. Mr. Amatiama, there is this question bothering me all this while, which I want to ask to see your own view on it. How do you see a man controlling a woman in a relationship? Like what people do say, this man is controlling this person. How do you see that?
Okay, thank you. I think the issue of controlling must be clearly defined. And at what time and who is defining this? Because oftentimes we are driven by emotions as to not be objective enough to decipher what controlling is all about. So, to me, controlling in the context is when a man do not give the supposed wife or girlfriend freedom to be herself. To express herself, to even make decisions for herself. In the sense that he tends to control when the girl or the woman goes out, who she talks to, and when to eat, and even when to come back. This is to me controlling. But make no mistake that what young girls of these days call controlling is apparently responsibility they are trying to avoid.
Like what?
Being responsible is different from being controlled.
Being responsible is different from being controlled.
Yes. For instance, now, in a relationship or a marriage or what have you, it is expected that if I want to go out, I will tell my partner that, see, look at where I'm going, see who I'm going to talk to. I am expected to be back at so time. So suppose I am not back by that time. The partner reserve the right to call. Why have you not come back? What's the problem? This is not controlling. But unfortunately, this kind of situation has metamorphosed into what they call controlling. Telling me where you go, who you are talking to, and when you are coming back. It is not as a result of the guy controlling the woman. It is about being responsible and accountable to yourselves.
Talking about that controlling, I want to really know, like when it comes to relationship, do you think jealousy is a sign of love or insecurity? You know, when maybe you feel like who are you talking to? You get?
Yeah.
Like you feel like you want to be in charge, you want to know what this person is actually. You get my point? So what do you have to say
Jealousy,
on
jealousy is one essential ingredient in relationship. It must be there. Even God Himself is a God of jealousy. Understand? So whenever you see a guy being jealous of his babe, he's not outrightly doing it out of insecurity, but he's doing it to protect what he cherish, whatever he
So
treasures.
you are trying to say
So-
it's a sign of love.
Is what, because what you look out for is what you try to protect. What you value so much is what you try to protect. But then it becomes insecurity when you no longer allow the lady to make decision on her own. That's when you are insecure.
All right. Let me come to Mr. Jerry. Mr. Jerry, what do you have to say on this? My last question.
The jealousy aspect.
Yes.
Most times people don't like when something is encroaching into their space. Let's take it that way. In a situation where, as a guy or as a lady, when you start feeling the presence of someone trying to encroach into something that you hold so much to you, at some point you might not be comfortable. Now sometimes even when there's nothing actually going on between maybe you are man or you are girl within that person, but because of their fear, they tend to think that over time this thing, if I do not control it now, it might get bigger to the extent that you might lose the person. So you now see that jealousy is coming out of them trying to protect that person, maybe.
Okay. In some situations, can jealousy be harmful? Like someone being jealous, can it like be a harmful thing?
To me,
Yes.
to some reasonable extent, it can be harmful when it becomes abusive.
Okay.
Abusive verbally, psychologically, emotionally. So like when out of jealousy you start giving silent treatment, you start beating up the person, you start molesting the person because you are trying to protect what you have. No, you are not be acting out of jealousy. You are being a dictator.
Yeah.
In this context, you are a dictator.
Yes.
You are a dictator, and something like that shouldn't be allowed. Honestly, you're a dictator who try to manipulate every available means you have to justify your wrong actions. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So it can be harmful when it become abusive, because God Himself, I still maintain, God Himself is a God of jealousy, and God Himself won't allow you or be happy seeing you worshiping an idol.
All right.
So relate
All
it
right.
back
Do
to
you
us.
have any other things to
Yes.
say on this?
Yes. While I said it can be harmful at some point, is, do you know that there are some people who already takes action on something? Let's say they hear maybe their girlfriend or boyfriend talking to somebody. In fact, they don't even want to know who exactly that person is. They will just go ahead and execute whatever action they want to do, either by, why are you doing this? Why are you talking to? Sometimes it might end up being a family member, and you now hear the person has already said a whole lot of things. So in those situations where actions are already being exhibited, whereas you've not even known who that person is even talking to, so it becomes too much and harmful.
To add on this is that I think in relationship and marriage is just partnership, because at this point you should be able to know to a great extent the circle your partner keeps, and that will help you build trust. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, because most
But
times
you know there are some situations whereby your partner cannot be able to introduce her circle or his circle to you. You might not really know all the.
No, you see, you can't actually know all the circle. But what I'm trying to say is that if there is fairness and transparency here, it can help both of you to build strong trust amongst yourself. I don't know, rather than developing this insecurity hiding under what we call jealous. Because to me, jealous in its contextual term is just you looking out for something you love and want to protect it.
Okay, coming to that, Mr. Jerry, I want to ask you, do you feel like, is there anything that can trigger insecurity in relationship? Like, based on, you guys are, you guys trust each other, yeah, you love each other. But is there something that will happen then it will trigger insecurity in a relationship?
If at any point, or
maybe apart from cheating.
Okay,
Yeah.
apart from cheating, most times if there is a betrayal of trust, which is not cheating, maybe like a betrayal of trust as a result of another thing, that is not cheating. Okay, so you now find out that gradually the person tends to start checkmating every statement that comes from you. I don't know if you were the type that you just tell your partner something and the person wholeheartedly believes in you, you now see, because of that betrayal of trust, he tends to have an inner backup within his mind. If you just say something, the person could reflect otherwise, even though the person might not say it. I don't know if you get, but his instinct tends to have a backup something because of that betrayal of trust. So there, the insecurity starts to pile up.
Mr. Amati. Amati. So what do you have to say on this?
So your question is what can trigger jealousy in?
No, what can trigger insecurity?
Insecurity.
Yeah, in a relationship.
So what can trigger, to me, before any situation grows up to being insecure, first there must be a kind of disconnection, an emotional disconnect between two of you. There is going to be entirely emotional disconnect, and this is a point where you start questioning everything you have once believed in.
Yeah.
Okay, emotional disconnect.
Yes.
Emotional disconnect. Something must have triggered the emotional disconnect.
This is when somebody you've always share a moment together with, share a vision together with. In fact, your life revolves around this person. All of a sudden, the person starts growing cold. And when you inquire of what is going on, there are lots of flimsy reasons that will be coming from the other side. At a point, you start questioning what you have once believed in. And as you are questioning this, you begin to pay detailed attention to some of the little things you have neglected in the past. Mind you, if a girl is good or a girl is bad, or any human being is good or bad, no matter how you try to keep it on the low, one day subconsciously the real you will come out, and I will pick it up. But because I love you, I trust you, I pay no detailed attention to those things. So, but when now there is an emotional disconnection, I begin to replay those things that have happened, which I neglected. I don't know if so, because there is a disconnection,
Okay.
and there is lots of reasons that are not aligning with what is happening.
Yeah.
So that now can begin to trigger insecurity. That's when you now begin to say, this my baby. I know that understand am
I know
again.
they understand.
Now
that.
like this in they take make I have backup plan. Understand?
Speaking of that backup plan now, which you just mentioned, is it possible for either man or woman to truly love someone outside already existing relationship? Like maybe more than one person. Like you are in love with more than one.
It is
Is it possible?
And
it possible?
see, it is difficult to continue to love one person all through your life.
It is difficult to love one
Yes,
person.
our heart is designed to
all through your life.
accommodate love as many as it can. So, while it
The love I'm saying here is not the love in Bible. Though.
no, yes, yeah, it's not a biblical love. Our heart is designed to accommodate as many as it can carry, and it is built on exploration, adventurous exploration. We want to test, we want to find out, we want to know. This is our heart. So then what happens in a relationship? That's when we teach about discipline. That's when self-control comes in. Understand? But remove self-control, remove discipline, our heart would always want.
To accommodate.
Yeah, because
Accommodate as many.
sometimes I will go out, I will see a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, that's what makes me a man. The man in me will say, Omo,
Now
this
one.
babe,
Fine.
this babe said
Now
to.
this one. Now this
Nah,
one.
this babe
Now
said
this
to.
one.
Then I
You
will.
move further, you still see another.
move
person.
Now,
further.
what happens here? As a man, I have already demonstrated the man in me. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. That my heart can love more than 10 women at a go. But because I have disciplined myself and I have committed myself to someone who believes in me,
Okay.
and I'll say no.
Exactly.
I can't do this. Not because the person I see cannot give me the same love, or my heart cannot love the person the same way. My heart can love the same way.
So I want to ask Mr. Jerry, in a situation, since you must have concurred with him in what he said, because
Yes.
I noticed you've been nodding your head. Yes. So in a situation, you find yourself in loving two women at the same time, probably being in a relationship with them. How do you handle such a case?
There's something that I read somewhere. It just when he said discipline, you get, because this it must not be everybody who comes around you that you will love. And somebody said, if you allow yourself,
If you understand my question, you have already maybe unconsciously, unknowingly to you, like you just find yourself in that tight position,
Yes.
whereby you are already in a relationship with this person, with two people, two different souls.
that thing
How
that
do you
made
handle
you,
it? How do you
that thing
handle
that made you
the situation.
not to leave that first person and start loving the
No,
second
you
person.
didn't leave the first person.
Oh, not that you've left.
Remember what he said? He said when you see your heart will be like, wow, this person, you maybe at the course you forget about discipline and other things. Then you proceed. At the end of the day, you just find yourself in that tight spot. How do you intend to handle such a situation?
The thing-
And in this case now, maybe both of them are really like serious relationship that might lead to something, to marriage.
And the thing is, I don't. Left for me, I won't want to find myself.
Because I know
Yes,
some people are in that tight position.
Yes.
I definitely
Yes.
know.
See,
How do you?
see here, it's just individual decision, and I would discuss this looking at different angles. One, there is going to be a hard decision to be made. If you don't want to end up with two women, Moreover, our culture permits a man.
Yeah, diversity culture.
Yes.
He's a polygamous man.
So our culture permits a man taking more than one wife. But if you have the wherewithal, the financial muscle.
Okay, let's say you are a Christian.
You're a Christian.
Yes.
Okay. As a
Now why you
Christian.
go marry? Now why you go marry?
As a
You know,
Christian.
Yes.
As a Christian, you find yourself on a tight spot of loving two people. Truth be told, you can't love them equally.
You can't love them equally.
You can't love them equally.
can't.
There won't be an equal love.
There won't be
One
an.
must
You must.
better than
Yeah,
one.
yes. And you must weigh options. And this is where you go out of emotions to make critical decisions. Because I keep telling people, marriage is a serious business. And it's not something you do with emotions.
Emotion or out of pity.
Out of pity. You don't do marriage because let me. No.
So in essence, now what I
am trying to say here is that when you find yourself as a Christian in this tire sport, you weigh the options.
Okay.
You weigh the options and make that critical decision. Which one, beyond the immediate need, which one will be sustainable in the next 10 years?
Okay.
Yes.
I think the thing here is, the thing you should even be trying to address is, what is the resultant factor that made you, when you know you had somebody, get into the second one?
No.
I think-
Just like I have told you,
Yeah.
a man and our heart is designed to love more than.
No, loving some maybe.
No.
Not,
Hear me here with people. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Trying to. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's how our heart. So you only choose one person when you are disciplined enough. But not all of us are disciplined as
We
you.
are not equal.
We are not
Yeah,
equal.
yeah,
So you can't
yeah.
snowball all of us to be the disciplinarian. Some of us want to explore. And in the process of exploration, we find ourselves on a tight spot. You get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
So now, but looking at you, if you want to solve this problem permanently, if you have the money, the resources, our culture is permissible.
So you
In our culture,
go and marry two wives.
you take them, both of them in. But as a
As a
Christian,
Christian, you shouldn't.
but as a Christian, a believer in Christ, and don't tell me that a believer of Christ cannot find himself in this spot, because at times
No, it
something
happens.
like this
It
happens.
happens.
No, now look at it.
It's rampant.
Okay, thank you. So when it happens, you stand out and make decision devoid of emotions. So your critical reasoning must stand out before your emotions, and at the end, one must go. But now, what happens while one is going? You have to act responsibly. You have to act responsibly. So much that the one that may end up going will not see you as a permanent enemy.
Very important.
Will not see you as a permanent. You sit down and discuss issues. That you are parting ways doesn't mean that
We are enemies.
you are enemies.
Yeah.
So make her to understand. If there is any way you can compensate her, you do.
Okay.
Compensate her, but tell her that you are not enemy. But decision like this must be made.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Abati and Mr. Jerry. So, actually, I have other questions, but I guess that will be on our next, because I will still be having you guys in the building. So, yeah, it is really nice having you guys. But for now, that will be all questions that I have. So, guys, like I said before, this is the controversial room where we, do treat all these controversial questions and controversial problems. So with time, we will be bringing you up to speed with those controversial questions and controversial problems. So we will see you on our next video. So if you really enjoy this segment, please do well to
Like,
follow us and like
and share.
Subscribe.